Welcome to another edition of Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News.
We come to you today from just outside the OHS library, and here's what you will see on today's show.
We check in with one student who never stops clowning around.
We take a look at one coach who is living her dream.
We check in with a group of Oakville students who have taken their skills to a different court.
And we'll see how well Oakville students know popular vines.
We'll have all that and much more on today's edition of Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News.
And it all starts now. Welcome back to Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News. I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm Max Rodenbeck. With large numbers in our school's fine arts programs, our facilities need upgrading. Francis and Brittany have the story.
Oakville has award-winning fine art programs, but the facilities are anything but that.
What we have is a choir room that is adequate space for a rehearsal space, which is great. But we do not have any practice rooms. And so if there's a choir and a band going at the same time, we are very pressed to find somewhere to rehearse.
Because of the lack of space, choir students must practice in hallways, the choir office, and in front of the elevator.
It's not really fair to our students because they are having to work that much harder and have that many more distractions, and yet still seeing the results.
I think for the most part, we need more space. We've outgrown the classrooms that we have. It's difficult to schedule everybody in because most of our classes need more than one classroom because of their sheer size. It is limiting in the experiences that the students can have.
The issue that we're running into is just space. We have about 140 to 150 students in our program. According to the majority of, Winger is a music corporation that helps build band rooms. Their parameters and their guidelines, our current space that we have for our band program of 140 is more applicable and suitable for a band program about half of our size.
Surrounding schools such as Lindbergh and Rockwood have better functioning facilities.
They have a completely separate room that is allocated for the storage of their instruments. They have a separate room and a separate hallway where they have practice rooms, smaller rooms for smaller groups or individuals to work in. We don't even have those rooms. All of our storage and all of our instruments are stored in our band room and in our rehearsal space. At a certain point, it's crucial and critical to bring all of these people together in order to make music and be successful with what we want to do on a much larger scale. Doing those things is almost nearly impossible. In order for us to grow, we need larger facilities. We're getting at a point where we have to look at kids and say, I'm sorry, you can't do band, or you can't do choir, or you can't do theater, you can't do these things because we don't have the space for you. How unfortunate is that?
The Melville School District has an auditorium located on Melville High School campus. Will Oakville have the same?
It doesn't make sense that a 1,600 kid plus high school does not have that as a piece of the instructional program in the 21st century. What we'll have to gauge is there community support to fund that, to fund an auditorium.
In order for us to expand and for kids to showcase their talents and their love of music or their love of acting, we need better facilities. We gotta get bigger. We gotta get bigger.
With Francis Laval behind the camera, I'm Brittany Coney for Channel 97 News.
Now, let's check in with Melanie Neff to see what's happening around OHS.
This year, Oakville had more DECA members qualify for state than ever before.
So we had 15 students that qualified for state this year. Last year I think we had about 4, and then the year before I think it was around 6 or 7. So we're pretty much doubling what, our biggest number had been so far. I'm really excited and I'm really proud of them. I know they worked really, really hard. We just have a group of really dedicated students that are really trying to excel.
We wish them the best of luck at their competition on March 11th. 4 students from FCCLA have also qualified for state.
For FCCLA state competition, we took 7 to regional competition and 4 of them qualified for state, which is awesome. Overwhelmed, but really excited, really happy for the kids, really proud of them that they pulled it together, and our first time going, and we were one of the top schools at regions.
DECA and FBLA are hosting a dodgeball tournament on March 22nd. Sign-up forms are outside room 106. This is the first year since 1991 that Oakville is producing a spring delivery yearbook.
Basically, with the spring delivery, you get your book a week before school ends, and then with the supplement, you're going to get it in the mail over summer. And so you're just going to stick it into your book, and it's basically like a completed book, but you just get the book earlier. It's a lot more difficult because we have a lot of accelerated deadlines, and it's just, you have to kind of change the way you look at a yearbook.
Extra yearbooks were ordered and can still be bought on a first-come, first-served basis. With Max Rodebeck behind the camera, I'm Melanie Neff for Channel 97 News.
If you still need to order a yearbook, swing by room 234 to pick up an order form before they sell out.
Now, let's check out one Oakville student who juggles his schoolwork and his talents all at once.
Many people at OHS may recognize freshman Sean Petrick, but not all may know about his unique talents.
I discovered juggling through my best friend, and he learned how to juggle 3 balls. I wanted to be better than him, so I joined the circus, and it all just went off from there. My mom bought me a unicycle, then I got pretty good grades on my report card, and she signed me up for 2 classes.
I think we were excited for him. He learned it pretty quickly, and when he started taking classes at Circus Harmony, things just kind of took off from there, kind of snowballed.
Sean recently performed and won Oakville's Got Talent. He regularly performs at the City Museum with Circus Harmony.
Circus Harmony is St. Louis's only social circus organization. That means we use the teaching and performing of circus arts to motivate social change, and we do it by building character in individuals and building bridges between communities. It's always rewarding to watch a student who is successful and who listens and who works hard, and Sean is certainly that.
I try to practice an hour a day, and it's just me just throwing up any number I can, pretty much. It is hard because you're either wanting to practice or going to performances and trying to keep schoolwork going.
He does a lot of that himself. We do have to remind him to keep working at the schoolwork also.
Where Sean was already an accomplished juggler, he's learned higher juggling skills, but what he really gets is the opportunity to perform it in front of an audience.
It's just such a great feeling seeing the crowd walk out with a huge smile on their face knowing that you did that.
Even though Sean is only in his freshman year of high school, he already has big plans for his future.
I plan to become a professional juggler and to do this as a living.
I think he can. He's just got to keep his focus and practice.
With Josie DeRue behind the camera and help from Max Rodenbeck, I'm Becca Keller for Channel 97 News.
I think I can do that.
Max, that was awful. You can never do anything right. Oh my god.
Why do you have to be so rude? I thought we were a school of character.
You're right. I'm sorry, Max. Let's check out this story about School of Character.
To me, character means holding yourself to high standards and pushing yourself to be the best person you can be.
Character mostly means treating people with respect and sort of setting an example for other people as to how you would want them to treat you.
I want to look up to people and see people with good characters, so I want others to do the same.
When I was 3 years old, my mom passed away. Then it was just me and my dad. Junior year, everything fell apart. My best friend was suicidal at the same time of the anniversary of my mom's death. I came to school for no reason but to come to school. And you know, if one person had asked me to hang out, if one person even asked me if I was okay, it would have changed the course of the situation. Nobody asks how you are, and it truly helps if someone recognizes your pain. It shows a lot about a person's character.
A couple of months ago, my parents weren't talking at all, and were only staying together for my sisters. I felt like I had to be strong and just help my family. My friends showed good character by keeping me going, and I started going to the gym in the morning to relieve my anger. I don't know how I would do it without the integrity of my friends.
I used to go to a really small school, about 200 kids, where everyone knew everyone's business between social media and spam accounts. A lot of information was shared and a lot of drama happened. My business was always shared, but nobody wanted to help me. It showed me that they were very selfish and unsympathetic, and didn't demonstrate the character that was expected. It's important to include people in things because you don't know what they've been through.
As a transfer student, I've been able to see two very different sides of education, private and public school. Only in private school, I had no friends, and teachers would yell at me, calling me dumb or stupid. I lost a huge part of myself that I fought so hard to find. Since transferring to Oakville, I'm a different person and have better friends than I've had in my whole life. There's nothing better than being accepted for who you are. Thank you, Oakville, for being a place I look forward to coming to every day.
Now let's see how our new girls' head soccer coach is following her dream.
For the past 10 years, Sarah Gunther has been a part of the Oakville soccer program.
I started with Robin. I was actually the goalkeeping coach in the beginning because he didn't really have anything open, but I really wanted to be a part of the program any way I could.
After 39 years as head coach, Robin retired last year. Now, for the first time, Gunther is taking on the position of varsity head coach.
Honestly, how would you feel if you finally got your dream job? I mean, I always knew that I would continue on my career doing something with soccer post-playing, and being a coach the past 10 years has really solidified that I needed soccer in my life.
I love Gunther personally. She's like my best friend. I cadet teach for her, so I'm really excited. She is a really hard worker herself. Like, she works out with us, and so that's like a big inspiration for us.
With Gunther as the new coach, the team will see some changes.
The biggest difference is obviously, last time I checked, I'm female. And I really think that kind of brings a different aspect to a program as well, especially a girls program. I don't know if a lot of these girls have been coached by a female before, and just, you know, having a different type of connection and different things like that can maybe make it a little different.
I think this year practices are definitely going to be a lot more intense, which is going to definitely help us for like big games. Our team chemistry is going to be better. Being together as a team is going to help us on the field and off the field.
I think we're going to do really good this year. Like, I think we're going to go past districts, hopefully go to state, but, you know, just looking for a good time.
Good luck to Gunther and the girls this season. With Hannah Baker behind the camera, I'm Bridget Costello for Channel 97 News.
Girls soccer and other spring sports started practice earlier this week. Good luck to all spring sports. Looking back on winter sports, Oakville's hockey team ended their season in a loss against Chaminade. Their final record was 14-9. The Oakville swim team took 8 swimmers to state. Meg Heverow returned for finals and placed 11th in the 100 freestyle. The boys and girls basketball teams are hosting the district tournament this week. Boys finish their season on Tuesday, and girls continue their season tonight at 5 in the championship game. The girls are shooting for their first district championship since 2009. Now, here's a story about a group of students who play on a basketball team outside of OHS.
After months of practice and cuts, we finally came together with a team that we really think can win it all.
These OHS students are part of a CYC basketball team for Queen of All Saints.
We got together a bunch of people who wanted to play, and it really wasn't that difficult to make a team. We all got registered, got CYC cards. We don't have practices at all. We figure our team chemistry is good enough that we don't really need practice. Here we are every weekend playing games. It's a lot of fun.
I joined the team this year, but they all made it last year, and we're all just a really good team. We're a bunch of guys who used to play basketball for Oakville, and we're really good.
The boys have found success both on and off the court.
These are all my bros. We have great chemistry on the floor, great shooting, great dunking by my boy Tom. It's all good, undefeated. Go Oakville Ballers.
I just like to say I play for the Oakville basketball team, and I come to these games, and they teach me new things. I didn't think they're just pulling up from 3. Maybe I should take some lessons. I don't know.
The team is 7-0, hoping to stay undefeated for the rest of the season. Good luck, boys. With Taylor Czar and Hannah Chambliss, I'm Morgan Schmidt for Channel 97 News.
Hey, my name's Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow.
I love looking at old vines.
Me too. I know them all.
I don't think you're the only one. Let's take a look.
4 teams go head-to-head to see who can recite the most well-known vines. The first team to buzz in and answer correctly will receive a answer wrong, and you'll hear a let's get started.
Oh my god, I
love Chipotle. Chipotle is my line.
Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Chipotle is my line. Wait, oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Yeah.
Wait, oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Happy birthday, Raven! I can't sweet. Happy birthday, Raven!
I can't sing. I love you. No way. Country boy, I love you.
Stop! I could have dropped my song. Stop! I could have dropped my croissant.
Dude, that hurt like a
butt cheek on a stick.
That is so.
Mother trucker, dude. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
Watch your profanity.
The hottest Uber driver you've ever had?
I've never been to Uvu Jobber.
The hottest Uber driver you've ever had?
I never went to Uvu Jobber.
You know what? I'm about to say it.
Say it.
I
don't care
that you broke your elbow. You know what? I'm about to say it.
Say it.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Perhaps it is the context in which words are spoken that give them the power or meaning.
I love you, dog.
Perhaps it is the context in which words are spoken that give them the power or meaning. I love you, dog!
Congrats to Mitch and Sophia, our winning team. With Cindy Quinones and Courtney Casey behind the camera, I'm Allison Streb for Channel 97 News.
I love Vine.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Eyes on the Tigers Channel 97 News. We hope you join us for our next broadcast on March 16th.
If you want to see more of our content, make sure to check out myohsonline.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Hannah Baker.
And I'm Max Rodenbeck. And remember, Oakville, keep your eyes on the Tigers.